Great day. I'm in the place to be. I am sitting up here. Check out the title. Yep. We are building here. I'm gonna run through this real quick because I got to get Sasha somewhere. For some reason, the proverb came true for me today. The proverb worked out for me today. Well, actually didn't work out, but what the proverb spoke on today was demonstrated for me because I don't know what's going on with old man Gye-nyame, but he was not producing today. So you're gonna look at the stuff in the uh telegram and see that it's a little bit different. All right, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start so I get out of here because I still got to take a shower. March got to be somewhere by 1. I've been working on this since 9, somewhere around there. So
Whoa.
drink. Come on, drink your water. But hey, family, make sure you do those things that are necessary, but make sure you like, subscribe, share, and most importantly, leave comments because the only way we grow is what? That's right. If we grow, I'm gonna let some thunder crack on that one. And I know those of you that might be checking out the live, if you are there checking out the live, those of you that's checking out the live, I want you to know that you ain't gonna hear the thunder. But those of you that's on the podcast, you hearing the thunder. And now I want to say great Kuumba to each and every last one of y'all. We are on Kuumba during the week of Nia, and hopefully, family, you have taken some time to explore the ultimate lessons of Nia for this week. And also, you're going to get everything you need as far as Kuumba today, as far as creativity for the uninitiated. So let me go on through this real quick. I'm gonna go through it real quick. I'm kind of concerned about the script. So I'm gonna read a little bit of script, maybe. Y'all see my alarm went off. It don't care. I'm telling you, listen, my AI don't listen. My AI don't care. I'm in the midst of show. AI, stop. All right, so here we go, family. Let's build now. Proverb of the day. A horse may take a warrior to the battlefield, but it cannot fight the battle for him. Listen, family, the horse is a thing. It's a noun. It's a living being, but the horse serves a purpose. And the horse, in most cases, will not go beyond its purpose. The horse can ride you valiantly into battle. It can take you into the midst of the danger. It can run you away from the danger, but it cannot fight the battle for you. Right? Same thing with these tools that we have, the AI, the cell phones, the computers, right? All of this information that we have access to, we can have all this stuff, but this stuff will not fight the battle. This stuff will not do the work on its own. I ran into that this morning when I was working with my AI. For some reason, old man Gye-nyame was not producing. Right. And I'm sitting up here like, what's going on? Right. And maybe I got up too late, maybe groggy. I don't know. But I think he had an attitude or something today because I'm sitting up here, I'm putting the stuff in. He just spitting out some gobbledygook. Right. I'm talking about he ain't even writing what I'm writing about. He's telling me how he's going to write, when he's going to write, when he do write. And it's like, wow, I got one good article out of him today. Right, or out of it, however you want to, boom, however you want to deal with your AI, right? I got one good article out of him today. And I'm not mad, but I understood because like the proverb basically is telling me, yo, these are tools. They'll ride into battle, but ultimately when it comes down to it, Brother Haatim, you have to be able to produce. You have to be able to write. You have to be able to speak, right? That's why I come at the beginning of the show, rather than reading the script, I come to you as me. Right? I come to you bringing you the information that I have for you, what I got from these things. And this proverb reminds me that even if I have the most advanced tools, those most advanced tools will not sit up here and fight this battle of us recognizing us will not defend our culture. It will give me the means, it can assist, but when it comes to the actual battle, it'll get me to the battlefield. It won't fight the battle. I say, let's get that one. Yeah. Shots fired, I guess, right? Shots fired. Now, let's move on to the next. The ancestral algorithm for the day is overcoming stagnation and a program of destruction. The focus of the ancestral algorithm today is overcoming stagnation and a program of destruction, right? We are on the day of Kuumba, which is creativity. And the flip side of destruction, the flip side of creation is destruction, right? Those minds that are able to create things can also come up with very creative ways of destroying shit as well, right? Family, so we are overcoming stagnation in our lives and we're focusing our creative energy on not destruction, but massive creation. All right. So now the actual algorithm, and I want you to say with your chest as I go through it, my imagination is the preview to my future reality. Once again, my imagination is the future preview of my reality. Last time, my imagination, say it like you mean it, is the preview of my future reality. Hold on to it, work with it, build upon it, right? Go refer back to it when you get caught up in this bullshit, right? Go back to it when this world is knocking on the door and saying, hey, you need to report as such as boom, go into your look. My imagination is the preview of my future reality. Family, how many of you have pleasant dreams? How many of you have imaginations where you are actually sitting on the Gye-nyame porch or whatever porch you want, or walking through the woods, or walking on the beach that you want to be walking on, or driving what it is that you want to be driving, or living in the place where you want to be living, or sleeping on the bed that you want to be sleeping on, right? Come on now. We got to work our imaginations. We got to work our creative spark, not just so that we can have visions, so that we can have an idea of what it is that we want when we set our purpose, right? We could set it in our purpose. We could set it as one of the ways that we know that we are moving in our purpose, right? And people have been using this for a very long time, right? So I want y'all to understand that when you say my imagination is the preview of my future reality. If your imagination is in shambles, guess what? If your imagination is in chaos, guess what? But if it's orderly, right? If it aligns with the culture, right? I don't know how many of y'all remember when I posted up the picture of the community, right? Of where I got the African modeled houses in the community around the body of water, right? I'll repost it up for some of y'all to see. You know what I'm saying? Visualizing, imagining the future reality. It's up to us. The more we imagine, the more we are able to make it possible, right? And there's tools behind that, but I ain't gonna get into those because you're kind of spooky for some of y'all. Some of y'all are very spooky. I ain't trying to scare you off. Anyway, so the Ubuntu loop for the day is based on the word resourceful. And we are looking at the word resourceful and we're breaking it down to mean capable of turning, capable of, go out, capable of turning raw limited elements into works of absolute genius. Capable of turning raw limited elements into the work of absolute genius. Taking the little we have, finding freedom within limits. You got it? You get the logic there? That's one of my books for those that don't know. Freedom within limits. So I am resourceful because we are resourceful. And because we are resourceful, you are resourceful. I'm throwing you into the loop, right? We, you got that divine trinity going. I am resourceful because we are resourceful. And because we are resourceful, you are resourceful. which means I am resourceful because we are resourceful. Because we are resourceful, guess what? You are resourceful. And this loop, I created the loop because it's even more simple than remembering the algorithm. If you can remember the word for the day is resourceful. I am resourceful because we are resourceful. And because we are resourceful, I am resourceful. You get it? Just go on, work the loop in your mind. Work it, work it. Say it 10 times. Say it 10 times. Say it 10 times in your head. When you got a break at work, I am resourceful because we are resourceful. Because we are resourceful, I am resourceful. Watch. Watch what happens. All right, now, let's get to the algorithm. God damn it. Family, I even push record. Ain't that some shit? That is some shit. That, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it, and I am going to take the tape from this because I'm recording. Wow, that is crazy. All right. So, but it's gonna be a while before this pops up, but that's cool. So I'm gonna take this, and how can I extract? Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna work. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna hell. We gonna I'll work it out. I'll work it out. But anyway, so since I'm recording on here, I got trapped by tools. My AI sent me in a loop temporarily. I got trapped by tools. My AI sent me in a loop temporarily, right? Y'all see the title. I just want to make sure y'all see the title because that's fly. But anyway, is that man haikuing? Yes, he is. I'm haikuing, right? I'm gonna take a picture. Right, I'm haikuing. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. When you see haiku, you think of Brother Haatim. Victory is earned. The tools do not guarantee, no matter their cost. Many people think because they got the most advanced stuff that's going to guarantee them victory. That's not guaranteeing victory, family. I'm just letting y'all know. Just because you have the most expensive tools, it can help. But once again, it does not mean that you're going to get automatic victory. Now, imagination pulls me away from madness. Building life I want. Imagination pulls me away from madness. Building life I want. Imagination is 5 syllables. Wow. All right, so let's get into the script. I'm going to get into the script. I'm into the script. The fire of the forge. Imagination is the preview. Execution as the battle. That's the title of this one, right? So here we go. Vision sparks flame. The steed brings you to the field. Your hands win the war. Your hands win the war. Is that man haikuing? I know. Yeah, I need cheers or something. I got to figure out how we gonna work this out. But anyway, for those of you that's listening on Spreaker, I had to reverse engineer this because I started the show and I didn't tape, but I got to get Sasha somewhere, so I'm gonna get through with this so I could go and get her where she needs to be. Pull up a chair on the porch, fam. Take a slow, intentional breath. Once again, it's important that every day, family, you got to remember, I know you automatically breathe, but I want you to be conscious about the breath. I need you to take conscious breaths, right? Not just the shallow breaths that you take to maintain your system. I want you to take a breath for you, for the eternal you. All right. Internal breath deep down into your belly, right into the Kuumba spot. Those of you that's looking at that might be saying this, I am reading. 2 inches below the navel. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Plant your feet firmly on the earth where you're sitting or standing and feel the ancestral ground beneath you. And let us absorb this morning's medicine. I got some for you today. Today, 8/22/26-3, we move in vibrant, blazing orange frequency of Kuumba. The sacred fire of innovative design, artistic courage, and divine manifestation. Think about that. The ancestors have laid down our navigational algorithm. My imagination is the preview of my future reality. Anchoring this algorithm is an unvarnished jewel of East African wisdom from the Ethiopian Amharic tradition. A horse may take the warrior to the battlefield, but it cannot fight the battle for him. Look at the historical tape of August 22nd. Creation does not deal in coincidences. It operates through frequencies, preparation, and divine timing. On this very day, in the early morning hours of of August 22nd, 1791, and enslaved Africans of North Saint Domingue. I think that's how they say it, but it's Haiti now. Took the vision, ignited during the sacred Bois Caïman ceremony, and rode it directly onto the battlefield of history. The ceremony, the ancestral chants, and the thunder of the drums were the horse that delivered their spirit to the front lines. Yet it was their own physical valor, tactical discipline, and collective sacrifices that launched the Haitian Revolution, permanently shattering the chattel slavery to birth the world's first free Black Republic. Now, remember that. Right, family, I want you, we got to keep that in mind right now. Also, I want you to realize why they call this Black August. Black August, right? Black Nia, because we are in the cycle of Nia, and Nia going to be around this time. Black Nia, right? But anyway, 40 years later, on August 22nd, 1831, in Southtown County, Virginia, Nat Turner and his trusted cadre turned spiritual vision into decisive earthly action. For months, Turner's imagination previewed a reality liberated from the lash and the auction block. But when dawn broke on August 22nd, he understood that the revelation alone does not break physical chains. The warrior must physically stand, wield the blade of self-determination, and fight the battle. On August 22nd, 1894, Mahatma Gandhi founded the NATO Indian Congress in South Africa to organize against institutional disenfranchisement for Indians. Let's be clear about that, right? The legal charters and political petitions served as the vehicle, but the community had to summon internal resolve to stand in the arena of resistance. And finally, on August 22nd, 1867, Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee, was formally incorporated. The abolition of slavery and the legal charter provided the institutional steed, but generations of newly emancipated Black scholars, men and women alike, had to endure the grueling, disciplined, intellectual work to claim mastery over their minds and build lasting community power. Now bring this ancestral truth into the laboratory of your mind, body, and spirit today. Somebody type out shade if you feel some of this, right? I ain't got my sound effects. I apologize. I ain't got my sound effects. I'm like, damn, right? However, too many warriors. Oh, my fault. I jumped. Kuumba is not passive daydreaming. It is a sacred bridge between the unseen realm and the physical reality. Remember that. Somebody type out shade if you feel that, right? Kuumba is not a passive daydreaming. It is the sacred bridge between the unseen realm and physical reality. Your imagination is your internal cinema, your internal movie theater. You can see what you want once you close those eyes. The divine software where you code your future before a single physical brick is laid. When you visualize building a sovereign enterprise, healing generational trauma, mastering your physical health, or constructing an educational sanctuary, you are previewing what can be. However, too many warriors get seduced by the preview and refuse the labor of the feature film. I'm gonna take a sip on that one. I'm not even gonna read that again. My goodness, I want to read it again so bad. I'm not even gonna read that one again. Rewind so that you can catch it. Hopefully you caught what I put down, right? Hold on. We live in a culture saturated with passive consumption, where people mistake having a vision for doing the work. I need my sound effects. God damn it. Oh my God. You can buy the finest workout equipment, the horse, but it will not lift the iron for you. You can purchase stacks of books, enroll in high-priced master classes, and download sophisticated software suites, but none of those external tools can fight the battle of daily discipline, mental focus, emotional poise, and physical execution for you. Oh man, I need some shades. I don't think y'all feeling me. When you rely on external vehicles without cultivating internal warrior discipline, you collapse into a reactive survival cycle of mad, sad, and scared. You become mad at the tools, mentors, or environment wherein results fail to appear. You sink into sadness and self-pity, grieving a dream you never actually fought to manifest. You remain scared of stepping into the arena because imagination feels safe, while execution demands sweat, vulnerability, and resilience. In the Gye-nyame journey tradition, as outlined in the Player's Pyramid and the Warrior Handbook for Life journey, right? Now, I want y'all to check that out. You can explore that. I got the author's page. Self-mastery is rooted in via Negativa, the sacred art of subtraction. To align with Kuumba and manifest your preview reality, you do not need to accumulate more gadgets, more theories, or more plans. You must scrape away the incrustations that paralyze your creative power. All right, let me take a sip. Subtracting the illusion of the magic rescue. Strip away the fantasy that someone or something else is going to fight your battle. No degree, mentor, government program, or technological tool will do the internal lifting for you. You are the warrior on the field. How about share if you felt that one? Scraping away the daydream paralysis or paralysis. The paralyzing. The word is paralyzed. Paralysis, I don't know. Y'all got it. Scrape away the daydream and of being frozen and the daydream freeze, right? Clear out the addictive loop of endless planning without execution. Endless planning without execution. Sound shots fired. Shit. An unexecuted vision is mental clutter that drains your potent center across all dimensions of IMESP. Somebody out there type in what that is for those that are new. IMESP. Cut the excess contemplation and engage in decisive daily actions. Right? And purging the fear of the arena. Reframe friction, sweat, missteps, not as failure, but as essential setbacks in your process of mastery. I'm gonna do that one again because I don't know if y'all got that. Purging the fear of the arena. Reframe friction, sweat, and missteps, not as failure, but as essential feedback in your process of mastery. In Player Spirit, we talk about seeing feedback and not failure, right? Your imagination has shown you the preview of your promised land. The ancestors, the culture, and your resources have brought you to the edge of the battlefield. Now breathe into your Kuumba center, into the Kuumba spot. Plant your feet firmly on ancestral soil, draw upon divine, create a fire, and step into the arena to manifest your reality with elegance and joy. Yo, this is Brother Haatim, and all I got to say is I ain't even got my sound effects, but I'm out. Y'all have a great day. Peace.